All right, y'all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I always say, gotta do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Before we start the video, don't forget to write me at KingTyson713@yahoo.com if you got any questions. You want my opinion about something, my advice about something, write me KingTyson713@yahoo.com. Also, y'all, I got a lot of videos. I made a lot of content for y'all. So go to the video tab section, click on the videos, and if you see a title that you like on the video, watch it. My videos, y'all, are 5 to 15 minutes, y'all, 20 minutes at the most. I only got a few of those. I try to keep my videos short so that way y'all can get the gems, y'all can get the game, and I'm not boring y'all. You know what I mean? I just get straight to the point. And which brings me to my next thing I wanted to talk about before I get to the video, y'all. I get a few trolls every now and then hit me in the comments and say, man, you take too long to get to the point. You talk about everything except the topic. Bro, listen. I read the comments, y'all. I interact with y'all in the comments, y'all, because that's how I do on my channel. I'm not like other people on other platforms. When they have a channel, they don't even respond to the comments. They read the comments, don't even like it, don't nothing. I respond to the comments. I welcome everything. I welcome the good and I welcome the bad. I welcome the positive and I welcome the negative. But the thing is, just be respectful. That's it. But my response to that is this, y'all. Like I said, I only make my videos 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. I don't make my videos long. I feel like I go straight into the point. I feel like I don't over talk before I get to the topic. And also too, let me say this, and it's mostly fellas who do this. That's the problem with y'all, this new generation. Y'all everything is so insta ready because y'all so used to the internet and y'all used to everything on your phone. See, back in my day, we didn't have it like that. Our thing was being outside before we just really had phones like that. And even when we had phones, we didn't have all the access that we do now in today's time. So y'all everything is instant gratification so fast, everything that y'all attention span is so short for everything. Listen, and that's the problem why y'all in this new generation, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all new generation men, y'all are not handling y'all business when it comes to these women. Because, first of all, a lot of you young brothers these days, I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all sitting there getting gas station pills and honey packs. Y'all taking it like it's candy. Like y'all drinking the honey packs so y'all can help y'all boost y'all up in the bedroom to last with your woman. Man, let me tell y'all something. In my teens and 20s, I'm natural going 2 to 3 hours. Straight facts. I'm being straight honest with you. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not over whooping on nothing. I'm being straight real. Natural. And you in your 19s, your 20, 21, 22, me and you are in your prime. Fellas, young fellas, you are in your prime. There's no way you should be taking a honey pack to last long. Y'all need to get off the drugs. Y'all need to work out. Y'all need to do something. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Y'all should be older, my age and older, taking honey packs or some shit like that. And I'm still natural now at 40. I'm just saying. There's other fellas out there, not me, but there's other fellas out there who got to take all this stuff their hands up, but they're older. They got excuse. Man, you 20. When the wind blow, you should be ready to go. Straight up. So I say that to say this. You can't rush the process. Videos, my content is almost like how you deal with a woman. You don't just go straight in, straight, hard, fast, no nothing. No. Let me talk. Let me drop the game down. Let me get you comfortable. And then I'm gonna get the point across. That's how you finish. Y'all rushing everything with no foreplay. That's the problem. That's why the young women is not getting pleased. They going to other women and they out here trying to live this. Man, I ain't finna go there. But I'm fellas, y'all need to get on your game. You young fellas. I ain't talking about my older seasoned men like myself. I'm talking about you young fellas. Y'all got to get yourself together. That's what I wanted to say on that. But anyway, on to the video. I want to tell y'all the mistakes I made in my first marriage. I'm on my second marriage. I try not to do things in my second marriage that I did in my first marriage. But that's the thing with older people, that we get older. We want to pass this knowledge on to the younger people. When you get older, you don't be jealous of the younger people because they're young and they got their life ahead of them. You still got life ahead of you too, even when you're in the seasoned age. You done got older now, but you just pass the knowledge on to the young people. So this is what I do on this channel. My channel is for everybody, men and women. But the game that I'm passing on is mostly for the younger generation to pick up on. The older people, it's things that we've been through in our life. A lot of us done learned our lessons. Some of us didn't learn our lessons, but when I say stuff on my channel, then y'all pick it up like, oh, I didn't look at it like that, you know? But anyway, the thing is to pass the message on to the youth. So they could see the mistakes that we did and know not to go down that same path. So look, the mistakes I made on my first marriage. Me and my mom always been close. Me and my mom, I'm a single child, I'm a single mother. Me and her struggled. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We struggled. Me and her got so close. See, when you come up and you and your mother, y'all tight. You know, my mother had me as a teenager. My mom had me when she was 17 years old. She was pregnant at 16, had me at 17. Me and my mother, our birthdays are one day apart. We that close. And so what the struggle brought us even closer. And that's the thing with black people. As black people, a lot of us share that struggle, financial struggle. You know what I mean? And so that brings us closest to the kids because of that financial struggle. Because you wanna protect them from everything. Because you damn near barely got anything. So the little bit you do have, you want to try to protect your kids and make sure they don't fall victim of the environment that's around them, right? So my first marriage, I didn't look at it as when I got older and I realized I put my mother in the same place as my first wife. And this is for anybody that's young, that's getting married, fellas, or you older. When you get married, you love your mama, but your mama does not equate to your wife. Your mother has to be below your wife. Is God, your wife, your kids, and your mother. You know, and even in the Bible, it says, I wish I can have that phrase, but you have to tear away from your parents and you cling on to your wife. That's what it is. Two becomes one. Not two becomes one with additional parent that comes. No, it's two becomes one. As men fellas, we love our mama, but we have to tell our mama, look, Mom, I'm married to my wife now, and I'm always be there for you as a son, but I can't be your everything. And a lot of times, this goes to the black mothers who don't have a man. And I'm just being straight real, because black mothers who have a man, they don't, and the son gets older, they don't really be off into the child's business like that, because hell, they got their own man. So they off into their relationship or their marriage. It's the ones a lot of times who don't have a man, and those be the ones who cling on to their sons. And I've done a video about this. They will make their sons like their son husbands. And a son husband is a term. It's nothing to do with incest, but it's like basically the mother treats the son like if he's her husband. As far as, son, I need you, son. If you come in trouble, your son is the first one you call. Mama needs some money, your son is the first one to call. It's like your son is the number one everything. As if you had a husband, your husband would be number one. So that's what I'm talking about when I say son husband. So that was one of the things that I messed up on in my first marriage. I put my mother the same level as my wife. Also too, I also end up when my mother would give me, I would tell my mom about things that was going on in my marriage, and my mother would give me advice. And also too, black mothers, single mothers tend to, with their sons, they tend to like tell them that they tend to be like, hey, Like, and I think this goes back to slavery with a black mother having a child, and the slave master comes in and takes the child away from the mother and raise the child up to be up under him, and work. And I think it goes back to that. That's the reason why black mothers are so close to their sons. And so what I'm saying is that when my mother would give me advice, it's almost like, you ain't got to take none of that. You this and you be that way. It was never about compromising. I didn't learn to compromise until I got with my wife now. And further down the line, I didn't know that's toxic. That's a toxic mindset that, and I'm not saying all black single mothers do this. I'm just saying what happened and with my mother, what I take from it. For two, I shouldn't have been telling my mother what was going on in my marriage. I should have been able to be a man, which I've always been a man, but I should have been able to handle my marriage myself without looking for any validation or any, basically validation, from my mother. Like, hey, mom, what you think about this? Like, what you think? I should be able to, as a man, we have to stand on your own too, as a man, because you're a man and you make your own decision. My mother wouldn't, she wouldn't land down with my wife. It's me. So as a man, you have to stand on your own too, as a man. And don't put family and friends in your marriage, because that's the worst thing you can do, is put family and friends in your marriage. Because let me tell you something, you only telling your friends and family the bad things, but there's always good things, but you don't never tell the good things. You always tell the bad things. So that puts a seed into the family and friends that, hey, they looking at just the bad stuff. They're not looking at the good stuff. They're looking at the bad stuff. So when you're not mad at your spouse anymore, they still looking at them with a side eye. So these are things that I wanted to let my younger people know, even people my age and older. Like, when you married, you got to be careful telling your marital issues with family and friends, because it can backfire. And also too, you got to be careful. Some people don't always give you the best advice neither. Especially if they don't have nobody, if they can't keep a man. Ladies, I want you to understand this, ladies. Sometimes y'all tell y'all friends, y'all relationship issues. You have to be careful, because a lot of times these women have their own relationship problems, and you married, they damn sure don't want to see you married. They love you, they your friend. But if you could be divorced and be on the scene like them, they would love that. Ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing fun about they being single and trying to dating this crazy world, and you settle down and married. They gonna want you to be just out in the field with them. So you have to be careful about taking advice from friends, especially single friends. And it's funny to me that when you're married, you want to get advice from single friends instead of friends that are married, because those would be the people you're supposed to get advice from, people of your peers that's married like you, not from single people. Because when you getting advice from a single person, their thing is, well, if it was me, I wouldn't put up with it. I'd be gone. I'd be done. Of course you would, because you're not married. So that's one of the things I wanted to point out too. Also, marriage is about communication. And you need to learn how, even when a disagreement, you need to learn how to argue where there's not, nobody's getting put down. Have a disagreement where y'all both can hear each other. No screaming over each other, no yelling, no name calling. I remember me and my first wife is my son's mother, y'all. And I remember every time we would argue, it's childish now I think about it, but you stupid. No, you stupid. You stupid. We call each other stupid, like it's childish. Of course I was younger then, you know what I mean? But still, you need to, we as black people in our community, we're so passionate when we speak. A lot of times we don't know how to communicate properly, because especially as black men, we was always raised to, you got to be tough. Shut up, shut up. Don't be no punk. Hey, ain't no crying here. So we don't, as black men, a lot of us don't know how to speak out of what's going on in our minds, because we was always told since we was kids, men don't cry. Suck it up. You could be hurt physically. Nah, don't cry. You soft. You can't be soft. Then if you be soft, you be on the block, somebody take advantage of you. So a lot of stuff when it comes to dealing with our emotions and speaking what's on our mind, we can't do it. That's why a lot of black men, when we get put on the spot, we fight, because we don't know how to communicate. You know what I mean? We just fight. That's what we know. So we got to change that communication. And I'm not saying fight physically with your woman. I'm not saying that men do that. I'm just saying that when you're married, you have to learn how to communicate and hear each other out. Let the person talk, and then you speak. Y'all have to, and as a man, you have to lead your household by example. You the man, you have to always take the lead. You know, I felt like at the time I was a good husband because, hey, I went to work, paid bills, make sure all that was straight. But let me tell y'all something. That don't matter if your wife is not happy. That don't matter if y'all arguing. You could be a good father to your kids and a great provider, but if you a lousy husband, you're gonna have a wife that's not happy. And then when your wife is not happy, sex is not gonna be there on the regular. And if y'all do get sex, it's not gonna be good sex, because it's just okay. We just here to do this and get it, and then that's it. And then that's it. There's no passion behind it. There's no chemistry behind it. We just gonna do it. So this is the reason why y'all have to stay in tune with each other. Even when y'all mad at each other, you gotta stay in tune with each other. You gotta learn how to talk it out. Even if y'all mad at each other, you know, these are some of the things that, you know, that happened to me, my mistakes I made in my first marriage. And I'm here to tell y'all that don't make those mistakes. Now listen, let me say this. I don't have any regrets, you know, with my first marriage. God had let things happen for a reason, right? God let everything happen for a reason. And I'm with my wife now, and I'm happily married, right? So things happen. Sometimes you can't see things, but God can, you know? So sometimes the people you think is for you might not be for you. Things might happen with you where y'all break up and you'll find the right person. But sometimes the longer you stay with somebody, the more crazier, the more toxic it becomes, and you start getting hurt, not necessarily physical hurt, but a stressful hurt. People don't know that stress can kill. You stressed out. You're not looking the same. You're losing weight or you're gaining weight. You're just not being yourself. You're being unhappy. And a lot of people are unhappy and not leaving marriages because they don't want to hear people say, I told you so, or they're afraid to start over, so you just miserable in a marriage. Don't be like that. Y'all, we only got one life to live. Choose peace. I'd rather you be by yourself, figuring yourself out, and at least you're at peace, instead of being in somewhere you don't want to be and you're miserable. That's a miserable feeling having to, you're married and you have to come home every day and you have to wait, sit in your car for 30 minutes or an hour, pray, do whatever every single day before you go in the house, because it's going to be issues. You shouldn't have to live like that. And I know, and I've seen people that's been married for a long time or just married, period. Now they have to be married for a long time, go through this. You know, that's insane. But look, I'm not going to keep y'all waiting long. I just want to just make this quick video, y'all. I believe I'm under 20 minutes or right at it. But I just want to tell y'all, these were the mistakes I made in my first marriage. And I just want to give my game. I want to just give this game to the youth and for other people out there. So, y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. One love. On to the next one.